Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my Monday Live. This is Monday, September 13th. Yes, the 13th. So at least it's not a Friday the 13th, it's a Monday the 13th. So this is Pat Mayer. Yep, now it's saying I'm live. Pat Mayer from Akron, Ohio, in Northwest Ohio. Did I just say Northwest? Oh my goodness. Northeast Ohio. Tell you, I'm a little frazzled today. Don't know why, but anyway. Um, there's always something to laugh about. So I want to welcome you, and just a reminder that this is still mini catalog, of course, and celebration that will last for, I believe, 17 more days. So I'm going to switch you over here so I can see, or you can see me. Let's see if anybody's here. Please let me know that you're here, where you are from. That's always good to know. And let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to do today. When I got up this morning, I had my eyes all set on one thing, and then it changed to another. And then I totally switched gears because that's what I do. And then I had fun playing with this. So I'm probably going to get started here. Don't see anybody here yet, but I want to welcome you. If this is your first time visiting with me, please let me know where you're from. So let's put this away and get out the annual catalog. And flip my camera down. There we go. All right. This is the Simply Elegant suite of products. And I will admit, when I first saw it, it did not grab me. It wasn't something that I was going to order. I do not have the stamp set, although it's kind of drawing me in right now. I only ordered the paper for this suite to make something for a friend's birthday, and that was that. And then I saw some things with the punch, which is down here. You can see it better, excuse me, over on page 147. The Elegant Tag Punch. But it still didn't grab me enough that I played much with it until just recently. So this is what I'm going to focus on today. We're going to play with our punches and give you some wonderful ideas that you can do with this by thinking kind of outside the box, or what the punch is actually intended to do here. So let's go back here. I will show you the paper for this is absolutely stunning. And I can pull some of this back so you don't see the glare. Although the paper itself has a lot of bling and shimmer. And let me get rid of the catalog here. So it might be hard to see, but it is gorgeous. Okay, this piece is one I've used most of both pieces. This is what's left. And then that's the other side. So you've got some gray. Hi, Nancy. Happy Monday. You have some gray, some gold, white. There's vanilla here. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous paper. This one, I guess I have little pieces of this one that I used that too. So I have used the paper, but I have not used the punch very much. There's another. Okay, there's one. This one. So most of one side is the specialty part where it is shiny, has some gold or copper to it, and then the other side of all of them is your basic gray, vanilla. There's the basic gray. We've got some white there. So it's very versatile, can be used for a lot of different things. So even though I'm not going to focus on the paper today, I just wanted to show you how elegant it really is to go with the elegant tag punch. So let's slip that back in there. And speaking of tag punches, before we take a look at this one so much, which is what I'm going to focus on today, we have other tag punches that have no limit on how long you can make your tag. If you're doing a bookmark or just a tag for a card, these can be any length you want. You're only basically limited by the width. And most of them are going to be within 2 inches. This one happens to be 2 inches for the fancy tag topper. But again, you're not limited on the length. Here's another one. I guess I didn't label this one. This dual banner punch. I'm not sure that's exactly the name. And this is also really clever because you've got 1 inch, 3/4, and 1/2 inch for both of these. One is like the flag and the other one is the reverse of that. Whether you can see that there in the, there you go, without the glare. Again, no difference on your length. But let me show you with this elegant tag punch some of the cool things you can do with it. And think outside the box on this one. All right, I do have a couple of cards to show you, but basically I'm not going to do a lot of stamping today, just punching. And the way I started off the video, guess I seemed a little punchy. I just had a little dish of ice cream. Maybe that was the reason. All right, so with this one, you are limited with when you put this in here, and this happens to be a piece that's like 2.5. When you put that in there, whether you go this way or this way, you're limited on where you can go with the basic punch. And then you need to think outside the box. So this is what you get with the basic punch. Hi Sue, welcome. So there's the basic. What you can do with this is do a little bit of measuring, and I've got lots of different scraps here. Do a little bit of measuring, and the width of this punch is right at 1 3/4. So what I have it here to share with you is a scrap or a strip that is just a tinge. I'm trying to think of all the different words that you can think of. A tinge, a skosh, teeny tiny, just a little bit less than that 1 3/4. Okay, 1 3/4 is perfect for this if you're just going to keep it like this. But if I want to do different things with this punch, I want it to be no more than that little bit less than 1 3/4. And then I'll show you some things that we can do with it with even less than that too. So let's start with your basic punch. Let's see here how I want to portray this. Okay, so there's our basic punch. But if I put this in my punch and pull this up out of the back, I can now make that tag any length I want. Probably not more than 5.5 inches, but that way you've got that wiggle room to get this any way you want it to go. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this all the way through, and I think this is a full 8.5 inches. Pull that through and have it just up here at the top of the punch where I can barely see or feel that paper right there. So I've got a little bit of control on it, which will also help it stay straight. And then I can punch. So now I have a long tag, and just, yeah, actually that's about 7¼ inches. So now I have that long tag, and if I want it to have the same design at the bottom, I can do that by sliding that in here. You can slide it in. If I get this going right. Hold on a minute here. We need to do that the other direction. Slide it in this way with the part I've already punched. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, this is being a little lame. There we go. Doesn't even have to be up over that. And then I can slide this in. There we go. Slide that in so that it butts into the end of the punch, and then put that like that. So now we've got a nice long, could be a bookmark. You could put a piercing up here and put a ribbon through it, make it a bookmark. It doesn't need to be this long. So I just want you to start thinking outside what the punch itself can do. So there's one way. And you can even think about keeping this part too when I go and show you a couple of other things. So that's the 1 3/4, but a little bit less. This piece is 1 1/2. And again, I can pull this up, line it up, and you just kind of eyeball how much space you have on either side when it's not quite the 1 3/4. There we go with that. And then I can slide this in to make a nice little elegant, put that through and do the same thing on the other end. Again, kind of eyeball it so that you know you've got the same amount of space on either side. And now we have a tag like that. That if you were going to put that on a card, it could go that way, although that's just, it fits, but it's just a little bit long. Okay, you could tie some ribbon around there. There are a lot of sentiments that will fit that. So just think how you could work with that. Here's another one. Let's see, this one is just 3/4 inch. And again, you can slide it through first. And get just a little bit of that little tab at the end. Okay, when I first saw this, I thought, oh, that looks like a little charcuterie board. You could put your things on there. Just kidding. Or like, you know, a little paddle. And then we can do that again. Again, pulling that through and pulling it up the other end to get an even smaller one of what I did before. And we have a lot of nice long sentiments that would fit on something like that. And with some little bling on the end or some ribbon tied around it. Hi, Linda, welcome. So there's that one. And this is one that I took this size the width of it and folded it in half and then made something that looked like this. A number of years ago, we had a little tab punch. So this is very similar to that. A little bit, I think it had more rounded, that actually looked like a tab that you would get in an office supply store. But this could be a tab that you could put on the end of your catalog and label things. And think of that as going over the edge, gluing it down, and make a tab like that. You know, on your cookbooks, your books, whatever. Yes, it does look like a rolling pin. Absolutely. Thank you, Lisa. Again, thinking outside the box of what you can do. All right, I did punch. You should see my mess here that I've got. I even did something really screwy. Let me show you this. This is really crazy. I had I think this was a 3.5 inch square of paper, and I thought, let's punch on each end. I punched on the corners and then came back in and punched in the middle. So it looks like some kind of creepy little under the sea thing, but it just made me think, wow, I can do that. So that's that one. But I did make, some of these are coming undone here, a little template to show you some of the ways that you can turn that punch around and slip it in to get exactly what you want for a small sentiment, just as a design. I think this is one of my favorites, but let me show you what you can do with this one in the middle. I punched the regular punch, and then this is one that was the negative, and it actually becomes a little puzzle piece that you could put back together. Yes, it would be cool for a Halloween card. So you can merge them back together. So how about that as an idea? And let's see, what else did I have here? Yeah, I think when I look back at this one, it looks like some creepy little worms or snakes or something or other. But it's cute. It's cute. Let's see, I had some other little pieces here. Things that can fit in, like that one. You could fit things in and make like a puzzle across your card. Okay, here was one that I liked with the different colors. So there's that. Here's this one. Just flip your paper over. This one actually came out of this one over here. And there was one that I thought I punched. Okay, I've got so many little pieces of paper here. Okay, here was one that just looks like that. It's a nice little tag, and you can wrap some ribbon around there. And if you don't want this part that's down here, that is the portion of the tag here at the bottom, you can also use, and I'd use this on this one, our corner rounder punch, our triple punch that has a little hole here corner rounder and the little flower, and you can just regular corner around it. And I like that too. So here were a couple of cards that I made this morning. And it's just a regular tag. I had some little bits left over from the hand pen suite that I'd punched out a while ago, or die cut out. This is a die cut. This is some paper from Celebration, and this is the coordinating paper that goes with our hand pen suite. And then this sentiment here about hope this card makes you smile is one of my favorites. And it is from this stamp set called In Your Words, that is a free hostess promotion during Celebration if you have a workshop that is at or over $300. And that is in the back of Celebration. And it is a great, great deal. So it's In Your Words, free, and is full of so many wonderful sentiments that you can use all year round. And I especially like the one about hope this card makes you smile. So Celebration is good. So there's that one. And then what I did with this was to take my blending brush, because this paper is actually gray or black and white. Took my blending brush with Old Olive and brush that over that. That's a good idea, Nancy. Thanks. A class with the punch. Great idea. And then this was one that I did with the same paper, because I had a bunch of it cut. Whoops, my little puzzle pieces are getting connected here. Uh-oh. And used the polka dot side of it and made another tag. And that was just a little bit that I had hanging around, and then just colored some with I think this was Pierre Pizzazz, yes. And then added some ribbon up here. So there's so many things you can do with this, and I encourage you to think outside the box, not just with this punch, but with any that we have, and make it yours. Find those scraps, pick up those little pieces, and just make them work for you. You can even make a nice square out of this if the paper's the right. I think this is a little bit too, yeah, that is just a little bit too wide to go through there. Just punch away, have fun, and create. Here's my favorite one. I just love that. So with that, I am going to leave you. I still have some company visiting, and I think we have to take off and make a little grocery run in a little bit. A lot more cooking going on here than I normally do. So I will see you all next Monday, and I hope you have a great rest of the week and enjoy this wonderful, wonderful weather we're having as long as we can have it. So this is a little bit of a shortened edition today, but enjoy and create. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.